Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Cornerstone Live. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. 617-708-3280. That is the number. Uncle Jonathan Gates along with B. Styles. We are now joined on the couch by attorney Angelina Bruce-Flounory. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, what kind of attorney are you so we can get this straight?
Well, I'm a primarily consumer bankruptcy attorney, but I do handle divorce, landlord-tenant issues, and probate.
Okay. Before we get started, what's our disclaimer, B?
Disclaimer. The law office of Angelina Bruce-Flounory is a federally recognized debt relief agency. Okay?
That's what she is. So make sure. So what we're going to do, a lot of people get misconceptions about bankruptcy and their money. So I figured it's Christmas time and people overspending anyway. I'm going to ask you some questions and you clear them up, okay?
Sounds good.
Myth number one, if I file bankruptcy, I can't get credit or purchase a home for 10 years.
That's not true. It's a rumor that's been widely spread forever. You can reestablish credit after filing bankruptcy. After you receive a discharge, creditors will send you credit card offers trying to get you back on the hook because you can't file for another 4 to 8 years, I'm sorry. And they want your money. So
what's a discharge when you say?
Where the bankruptcy court says that you're no longer legally responsible.
Okay, B.
Okay. We're going to come back to that. I want to have something on that. How much debt does a person need to have in order to file?
There's no magic number. You just have to be in a position where you can't afford to pay your bills.
Okay.
I owe $50 to Bradley. Do I have to pay them?
Well, technically you don't, but I wouldn't recommend filing bankruptcy for $50.
Bradley's out of business.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
All right. My wife paid their Bradley bills. I thought she was crazy.
Which owned Bradley's.
So both
of them are Stop and Shop $50.
Can I work and still file bankruptcy?
Absolutely, you can work and file bankruptcy. You just have to be in a position where you can't afford to pay your bills.
Okay, I'm there right now. Got any paperwork?
Call me for a consultation.
Okay.
How much does it cost to file for bankruptcy? Because that's probably what keeping a lot of people from filing. They can't afford to file. They can't afford to pay the bills. Can't afford to file.
That's right. Well, generally the fees range. Okay. My fees range between $1,500 and $5,000.
Good Lord.
Well, it depends on your situation.
Okay.
And there are filing fees that the court requires to file as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can't. Now, this is a free TV show. Right. We can't put money out here as an attorney. The views of Attorney Flounory does not represent that of being in TV. The Cornerstone, Uncle JG, or B. Styles. I don't know what the hell is wrong with her.
The law office of Angelina Bruce-Flounory is a federally recognized debt relief agency.
Absolutely.
You can, yeah. Okay. So you should know better. Don't do that again. Yeah. You want to be on a timeout. Put you over there with Supreme.
Okay.
You don't want to be over there with him.
No.
Okay. Next question. Do I have to give up all my property, all my stuff to file bankruptcy, like my house, my cars, my pension, etc., to file bankruptcy?
The answer would be no. There are federal and state laws in place that protect your houses, your cars, any pensions that you have, bank accounts. If you have too many assets, then you would have to go into what they call a Chapter 13 to protect those assets. There are a number of different chapters to file under in bankruptcy.
Okay, we're going to go back to B's, but before that, what are the different chapters that's under bankruptcy?
For consumers, it's primarily 7, 13, and 20.
What are the difference? What's 7?
7 is just, I'm saying that I can't pay my bills and I just want you to discharge my debts totally.
So I'm a number 7.
You have to be, your income has to qualify.
What if I don't work?
Well, if you don't work, there's a good chance you will file Chapter 7.
Okay, and the next is 13?
And then Chapter 13 is where you make a little bit of money, but you still can't afford to pay your bills, so they'll put you in what they call a repayment plan.
And what's the other one, 11?
20. And it's a combination of the two, where some debts are discharged and you have to go into a payment plan to pay back some.
Now, okay, because I know you wanted to go back into you can't afford your credit about 10 years, the first one. You got a question for her?
Yeah. Like how does all of that basically work in terms of like the timing? Because why would a credit card company
give you
solicit business from somebody who had problems paying them the first time around?
Because, well, the short answer is because they want money. They know that you can't file for another 8 years. If you file Chapter 7, you only can file once every 8 years. So they're going to offer you credit card offers with higher rates, basically. You're going to get terrible rates in the beginning. But they know that they have you on the hook for another 8 years. So they're confident that this time, even if you default, they can take you to court and get their money.
So what I'm hearing is once you file for bankruptcy and you start, they will give you another credit card because what they know now, you're trying to, do you recommend that people start to rebuild their credit by getting something small or something like that?
I do recommend that you get a credit card to reestablish your credit. However, you have to read the little pamphlets that come with the credit card. You need to know what the rates are and the terms. There's all kind of fees that they try to throw in. So you really have to read before you decide to accept a new credit card.
So would you because now this Christmas thing, people are really going beyond their means. Do you see people doing that this year?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they're even calling me saying, after Christmas, can I file? And what I say to people is that you can. However, within 90 days of filing bankruptcy, you can't file. You can't charge any luxury items on a credit card, $600 or more. I wouldn't transfer any property because it can be seen as fraud. So things of that nature. What can't you wipe out? Well,
what debt? I know that you was talking about there's certain debt you can't just wipe out.
Right. Generally, there's student loans, unless the school was a fraudulent, unless the school did some type of fraudulent acts. Taxes generally are not dischargeable. However, some can be. There's an exception to every rule, but it's on a case-by-case situation.
What about automobiles? If you have a secured loan, can you charge that off?
You can discharge it. However, if you want to keep the automobile, you have to keep making the payments to keep the car.
Okay. If people want to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
They can call me at 617-592-1865, or they can reach me at my website, www.lawofficeofabf.com.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, our guest, our attorney, Angelina Bruce-Flounory. She's on my radio show every Monday. We do a segment called Money Matters. We'll be right back right after this segment, so y'all don't go nowhere.